How's it going, guys? It's Roadside back with a brand new Call of Duty Mobile video. So the new Undead Siege Zombies mode is now into week 2 and everyone is now finding it pretty easy to win in hard mode, but I know some of us are still struggling a bit with grinding for the Aether Crystal Camos. With only 72 hard mode wins, I currently have 53 of the 71 camos. So today I'm going to give you guys a rundown on one of the methods that I'm using to get the most camo points in each game. So the gameplay we're about to jump into is probably not one of my best Undead Siege gameplays, but I thought it was a pretty good example of how once you've started to max out your talent level points, the things you needed to do previously to win hard mode are not quite as important now and gives you more time to focus on grinding for your camos. So let's jump into it. So on day 1, straight up I could see that the players that I'm with are at a pretty high talent level, so I didn't feel too concerned about having to really push to get the win. As I assumed that everybody pretty well knew what they were doing to get to this level already. New Richtofen skin. I was pretty happy to unlock this. So on this particular map, day 1 has started right near Kill House, which is one of my favourite places to go because there's plenty of zombies, plenty of loot, and it's pretty easy to get a good head start. Don't mind my driving there. So basically all I'm doing is picking up all the crate boxes to build my towers and collecting as much ammo as I possibly can, as well as killing zombies along the way. You don't need to stress too much on day 1, you can go anywhere on the map you feel you want to go to be able to do this. I do feel that collecting as much ammo as you can is pretty important because as you start grinding more and more camos, you're going to find a lot less on the ground that you can actually grind for, and you'll need to be buying your guns from the machine, which is 2,500 Aether points. Yeah, so just looting, killing zombies, collecting nades, all helps. I'd like to mention that I do have the wrench that you can buy from the crates. It does allow you to respawn back anytime that you like. This is a pretty good advantage to have, but it's not necessary. You don't need to have this to be able to grind your camos. It is a luxury of life, I guess, within the game. Just makes the game a little bit easier. You can respawn back to your base when you want. You can stay back after everybody's recalled and get a few more zombie kills. Keep an eye out around the map, of course, for the crystals on the ground. They give you the most points to go towards buying your weapons and turrets. On the first night, the first thing I do is build my first turret where the zombies are going to spawn from. And usually I just spam all my nades that I have on the first wave. Get as many kills as I can, getting as many points that I can. By the end of this first round, I need to have 2,500 points so I can buy my first loadout. Switching the tower back to the other side. It's definitely a lot faster to kill the wardens with your wrench, and you'll get maximum points for doing so. Once that wave's down, we'll switch the turret back to the other side and do the same thing again. I'm doing quite well. I'm already at nearly 2,500 points, so after this wave I'm definitely going to have my gun. I don't spend any points on upgrading my turrets on the first round because I want to keep those points. Straight to the machine. So I'm doing my last camo grind for the cordite in this game. The chopper always spawns on the roof here, so I'm going straight to the helicopter. But yeah, one of my teammates has decided that he wants it for himself. But luckily we have spawn near Kill House, so it's just a quick drive down the road. It's no real big loss there. I don't focus so much on airdrops anymore. as there is more than enough loot in the high infected zones to get everything that you need for your next round. You can see I have 20 kills, so I'm going for 25 kills with this cordite SMG. It's very important to know what kills you are on and stick with your same gun till you've got your 25 kills. So back to kill house, collecting ammo along the way, killing as many of the zombies that spawn. It's a pretty good spawn spot here at kill house. Makes for a nice easy game. So basically only just focused on getting those kills straight up and getting as much loot as I can along the way. I do usually like to get just a few more kills than the 25, just to be 100% certain in my mind that I've completed that and I can move on to my next gun. There we go, I've just finished my kills. Getting a few more just to be safe. Go and collect a bit more ammo. As you can see, I'm not really focused on too much else other than getting my zombie kills and ammo and just picking up things along the way. Wasting as little time as possible, getting as many crystals as I can see. Rolling back into day 2. Straight up, I'll build my second turret. And get ready for the first wave. Nades out again. I just like to spam all my nades at the start. I do this because I like to make sure that there's none left in my inventory, so I have more space for my turret crates. Still using the same weapon as before. I could use the AK-47 that I have, just to save on light ammo, especially if you're only going to be grinding for your SMGs in this particular round. Use your heavy ammo weapons just to save on your light ammo. Shifting my turrets back over to the other side. Going in for those fast wrench kills. Trying to anyway. Constantly repositioning my towers. Doing this gives you the max amount of ether points. So we are onto the AGR 556. This is my second gun. Just conserving a bit of my light ammo now that I know I've well and truly done my cordite kills. So now that I have my second weapon, I'll use the points that I have left to now start upgrading my towers. Because I'm going to regain that currency back on day 3 here. Straight to the chopper. Everybody's off doing their own thing, so I haven't bothered to pick anybody up. Straight to kill house. Just checking how many points that I need, or what points I'm at, so I can keep track of how many kills I have for the AGR. Getting a crystal along the way. So I'll basically do exactly the same thing as I did in day 2. killing zombies, collecting loot. Kill house is a fantastic spot to go. I also do recommend launch base is pretty good. There's a nice spawn spot there, but it is a little bit more spread out, so it does waste a little bit extra time. But once you're really getting into the flow of getting your camos, this just gets easier and easier. Plenty of loot, no need to go to the airdrop yet again. So there's another easy 25 kills for my next weapon, so that's two guns I now have my camo points up for. And SMGs are currently at a double point bonus, so you only need to play 3 games instead of 6. Now my main focus here is just collecting ammos, destroying crystals, and getting a few more zombie kills on the way. And picking up those loot boxes for my turrets. The night of day 3, straight into placing my turrets out and clearing the first wave. On the 3rd night you start getting necromancers. It's pretty important to focus those guys straight away. You see my points are getting up now. I'm just moving my towers around into position, focusing those necromancers straight away. They'll be a massive help. Makes it so much easier to win a round. Okay, so I have enough for my next weapon, which is going to be the Razorback. So before anything else, straight onto those necromancers, because the turrets will do the rest once they've been killed. Repositioning towers, starting to upgrade with my leftover points now that I have my weapon. And saving ammo by saving my light ammo by using my AK-47. Straight onto those necromancers each and every time. You get a feel for where they're going to spawn next, so you can get them out straight away. Nice and quick. Makes it easier for your turrets to take out the rest. My teammates are pretty onto it as well. They're clearing waves quite well. The necromancer's down, straight onto the heavy gunner. Going for those headshots for maximum damage. Keep upgrading your towers with your leftover currency. Our bases remain pretty well untouched, which tells me that my teammates are doing their bit as well. So this makes life quite easy when everybody's doing their bit. Okay, straight to the chopper spawn. We're going for the first day mission on day 4. Okay, so we have 103 kills there already. So we're chasing another 25 for the Razorback. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make here at these day missions is going straight for killing the crystal or the butcher. This particular one, we're on the crystal first. Make sure you activate the crystal. My teammate looks like he's already done that. Yeah, by not destroying the crystal straight up, it allows all your zombies to spawn and makes easy kills. Pretty easy to get that 25 kills. If you have a second weapon, you could easily do 50 kills here. Pretty close to it anyway. You'll be able to pick up the few extra kills you need just right before the night ends. So it's killing all the zombies. I'm pretty much not focused in this game on getting the crystal at all. the night waves have been pretty easy. All I want's those Aether Camo points. My teammate's doing the same. You can tell he's grinding his camos as well because he's not destroying that crystal straight away. In this game we don't actually destroy the crystal at all. Unless you really need it for your towers, you can just farm kills. We did actually go for the crystal kill at the end, but we've let time slip by too fast getting our kills, but no big deal, we're having a good game. It will still drop loot anyway, you get a little bit, but... So all my kills done for the Razorback, so now I'm just going to do what I normally do and just collect ammo and destroy some more crystals. I'll probably teleport here back to base. If you find yourself struggling in the night fights, I definitely suggest focusing more on destroying the crystal and getting your loot boxes so you can get your turrets upgraded faster. Here we go, turret number 4. First thing I do every night is replace my turrets, reposition, clear out the first wave, focusing those necromancers again. Continuing to upgrade towers and getting out my PP19 Bison for my next Camo Grind. My 4th weapon. You can see in this particular game, if I hadn't have farmed so much ammunition at $500 per round you buy from the machine, I would have struggled to get my gun when I did. Focusing that heavy gunner, getting him out of the way. Base is untouched, everybody's doing great. Everyone's having a good game grinding their camos. Continuously repositioning those turrets. Straight back onto the necromancers. Important tip is to make sure that you have your loadouts. In this game I could have actually had a 5th one, but I didn't have it prepared, so unfortunately I could only do 4. Another tip is don't stand right where the chopper's going to spawn, because sometimes if you do, the chopper doesn't spawn at all. Learnt that the hard way a couple of times. Straight off to day 5 day mission, which this time is going to be the Butcher. Shotguns kill this Butcher extremely fast, especially the HS2126. You can kill this Butcher by yourself if you need to. So straight away, not even worrying about the Butcher, just getting my gun kills. I see a lot of guys using the car to try and kill the Butcher, which worked really well in the early levels when you didn't have your guns upgraded to to deal more damage, but I do find that the weapons you have in your hand will deal more damage to the butcher and kill it faster than by using the antelope gunner. Normally I would have killed this butcher, but I really actually thought my teammates had it covered. But by the time I'd got my kills and realised what the time was, we didn't have time to kill the butcher. It was a little bit unfortunate, but like I said at the start, it's a good example of things that you don't need to do now, which were pretty important to do before to win a hard mode match. Yeah, I've just realised that our time's nearly out. We've just missed out by like 2 seconds, but it's no big deal. Again, this is our team knows what we're doing. We're having a good game. Everybody's just going for those camos, collecting ammo, getting as much crates as I can. You can see my towers aren't even fully upgraded. Normally I would like to have, you know, if I feel like it's going to be a rough game, I'd have those towers upgraded a bit higher by now. So you just need to judge these things as you play the game. If you're really struggling and you're constantly having to repair your base, it's telling you that you really need to have more of your towers upgraded, and so is your team. So now I've got all my kills for the bison. Just farming again, collecting crates, ammo, getting ready for the final fight. Night 5 is here, getting all my turrets down. Exactly the same as night 3 and 5, just focusing those necromancers. My health's pretty low, but yeah, I'll just focus on the fight, and when I die, I'll just revive. Just quick revive. No big deal. Always keeping an eye on your base health, especially on night 5. I notice some people kind of neglect to keep a check on it, which can lose you the game quite fast if you're not careful. Especially if you have a lot of the necromancers and those heavy gunners and those igniters flying in and exploding, can deal a lot of damage fast. Doing a quick repair, straight back onto the necromancers. Finally run out of heavy ammo. I'll hit the necromancers before I even look at the heavy gunner. Because with the necromancers out, you'll deal a lot less damage to that heavy gunner. There we go, finally got knocked. Free revive. Checking on the base. I could have actually got the war machine out, or jumped in the juggernaut. One thing you have to watch with the juggernaut is, if you can see, we've already got one juggernaut player here, so I just like to be the healer, I guess. I just make sure that base is healed, because I have my spanner maxed out, so I heal quite fast. If you have too many people running around the juggernaut, by the time you kill yourself to get out of it, it could be game over. There we go, I have the war machine, focusing on the necromancers straight away. Got points to burn, and I haven't even finished my towers or anything, throwing my nades. In this game I only have one level 4. Usually I like to have them maxed, but yeah, it was a little bit of a rough game as far as going for my towers, but I was pretty focused on getting my camos. You can see only 40 seconds to go. Turrets are in pretty good shape. Base is still in the blue. From here on it should be an easy win. Busting out that death machine for a bit extra damage here at the end. Definitely if you're playing solos, I do try to keep the focus on healing the base rather than going for the high damage. You can see here, nice win. Damage is okay, but the important thing is we got the win, as well as we did unlock in this game 4 camos. That was a pretty nice, easy game. Not too much stress there. And a nice, easy 4 more Aether Crystal Camos unlocked. So there it is, guys. I hope this was a help for you grinding your camos. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Roadside, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.